Good evening, everybody. Welcome again to the 14 Eagles webinar screen share. My name is Greg Phillips. I'll be your host. We truly appreciate the fact that you came here tonight with all the craziness that's going on in the world. This is our place of a safe haven, we feel. And so we're very happy and very proud of the fact that you took out time out of your schedule tonight to come join us. We have a very good information getting ready to come out. We hope that you invite your friends and family, because the things that are going on in the world today, this is what 14 Eagles was founded on, bringing this information to you, bringing this knowledge to you, so that we can survive what's going on in this day and time. With that being said, Bryant, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. I too welcome everyone to the call, and everyone that's watching the recorded video. Just to give you a brief update, first of all, our system, we're having a little technical difficulties here, so we're going to try to get through this call tonight. Hopefully everything will hold up for us. We got it on pins and needles right now, so hopefully nothing comes loose and nothing falls apart, and we can get through the call tonight. As always, the first thing I want to do is go over any updates with the 14 Eagles platform. Right now, everything seems to be working pretty smoothly. People are able to get in with no problems at all. The gifting and receiving gifts is working pretty good. Everybody is getting the hang of confirming people right away. Nobody's hanging around in the gifting queue, and so that's good, and people are getting into their nest. I haven't had any emails or calls in reference to any problems or situations that people are having, and that's always good. So we just keep up the good work. Anybody that knows how to use the platform, just continue to work with people, show them how to use the platform. We're going to continue to send out emails in reference to the process, so you can see how the process goes step by step. And if you go through those step-by-step instructions, you shouldn't have any problems at all. It's very pleasing to see that people are using the platform, and people are sending and receiving gifts. That's what it's all about, people helping each other. And as we grow and as we get more and more people into the community, then things are going to get better and better and better. And so we really appreciate you guys out there and what you're doing, and we're looking forward to really growing this platform to new heights and taking this thing around the world. Also, we're hoping to get the new payment processor, OG Pay, here soon. We're just waiting on word, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that we get the word here real soon, because once we get the OG Pay online, it's going to make everything that much better, and it's going to help take us to the next level as far as the platform is concerned. So we've just begun. And everything is looking up. Okay. Do want to point out that I hope everybody is staying safe during these times that we're going through. Make sure that you be very vigilant in reference to keeping up with your health. If need be, if you have a mask or anything like that, when you go out, please use a mask. Have some gloves or something that you can use. Always protect yourself at all times. You just never know. Okay, you just never know. And we want everybody to be safe. We don't want anyone getting sick or hurt out there. And this is some wild times we're in right now. Okay, and we don't want anybody to be fearful of anything. All right, so we just want you to be careful. Okay, and then also do your research. Do your research. Very important to do your research. Don't believe everything you hear on the TV. Okay, that's very important. Do your research. Don't take anything for granted. Um, as always, we like to start off the call, just in case we have new people come on. We want to make sure that they understand. Okay, let me see. Thought I had it up, and I don't see it. Okay, glitch number one. Let me see. We can get this going again. All right, there we go. All right. Well, we always like to do, just in case we have new people on the line, we always like to go over what 14 Eagles is not before we get into what 14 Eagles is and what we're here for. When you're out here speaking about 14 Eagles or trying to introduce people to 14 Eagles, one of the things that you're probably going to come up against with people is that they're going to ask you, is this one of those pyramid things? And for the most part, you know, most people really don't know what a pyramid scheme really is. All right? And so that's why a lot of people just be generic about what they say. And they always say, is this one of those pyramid things? They don't even say pyramid scheme, but they say a pyramid thing. So they really don't know what it is. So what I like to do is just give a brief description of what a pyramid scheme is, because that's what most people think that they're saying. And most people know that a pyramid scheme is illegal, is an illegal activity. And so we want to make sure that they understand what a pyramid scheme really is. Hold on one second. Okay. All right, so what I have here on the screen now is a brief definition of what a pyramid scheme is. You can get a more detailed definition of it if you Google pyramid scheme, and you can really go through the detailed definition of it. But right here, with the short definition, it says a pyramid scheme is a fraudulent system of making money based on recruiting an ever-increasing number of investors. And the key word here, of course, is investors. The initial promoters recruit investors, who in turn recruit more investors, and so on. The scheme is called a pyramid because at each level the number of investors increase. Now, what this is basically showing you is that the main thing here in a pyramid is the investors. And so when you have a platform or some type of activity where you have investors and people come in and invest their money, well, first of all, an investor is always looking for some type of return on their money. All right? And anytime you're looking for a return in your money because you're investing money, then that's when the SEC gets involved. And so dealing with any type of investment, whenever people put in their money for an investment, the first people that put their monies into that platform or that scheme, they will always, most of the time, get paid out from the last investors that come into the scheme. All right? And so who's ever running the scheme, they take a portion of the monies from the last investors and give it a portion of it to the first investors. All right? That's illegal. That's a money game. That's a pyramid scheme. Okay? Because the money is not really being invested. It's just money coming from the last investors that came in, and they're giving a portion of it to the first investors that came in. And that's illegal. And there's all types of pyramid schemes of that nature. I mean, even pyramid schemes where they've taken billions of dollars from people. So, you know, it's a legitimate concern when you're looking at a pyramid scheme. But the problem is a lot of people get it confused with network marketing or gifting platforms. And they mistake those activities as a pyramid scheme, and they are not. Even the so-called educated people think that gifting and network marketing is a pyramid scheme, but it is not. And so like to. That's why we like to tell people. We like to make sure that people understand that most of the time people are talking about a pyramid structure, okay? And so they got a pyramid structure in their head and thinking that it's a pyramid scheme. And those are two different things. Right? So what I would ask you to do is go to our YouTube.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
No, really?
Picture is nice and clear.
If you go back to the front, you see in this grade room. If you go back to the front, this grade room that's over here by the laundry, that can go out.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Greg.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah. So you gotta unmute yourself, Brian.
I'm unmuted.
Okay, now you are. Now we hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. We wouldn't hear you for a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but he's up now. I hear him now.
Okay. You can hear me, Greg?
Okay.
Hello,
Still don't
Greg.
hear you.
Hold on a second. There we go. This is getting crazy. Okay.
Yeah, now I got you.
Can you hear me, Greg?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, I hear you clear now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I've been hearing you.
Hmm.
Okay, everybody. I'm sorry. Apparently I wasn't coming through, and Greg was coming through.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I just lost everything on my panel, so I'm
Mm. Okay.
yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I think we got everybody else muted right now. We're the
Yeah,
only
it
two
looks
that's
like it.
live.
Cool, cool. All right, so good. They can hear you now, so you're good to go.
Okay. All right. Mute yourself out if you can, because I
Yeah,
can't
I'm
hear
going to do
you.
that right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I got it now.
All right. Thanks. All right. Wow. All right. Here we go. The Gremlins, y'all. Sorry about that. All right. So I have read the whole welcome, so we don't have to read it again. But make sure you go to the 14 Eagles community site, www.14eaglesden.com, and check out the welcome, because it's going to give you a perspective of what 14 Eagles is all about. I don't know if you heard me in reference to the pyramid scheme earlier, but you know, that's what we're not. We're not a pyramid scheme, and this welcome shows you what we really are, what we really want to do here. All right. Our main goal here at 14 Eagles is to build a virtual community, a community of people helping each other, giving and sharing and accepting with one another. All right. One of our mottos here, right at the top of the website, is give from the heart, share the love, and accept your blessings. All right. And that's what we're all about. All right. We're here for people to help one another and to get through hard financial times, like right now. And that's what our gifting platform is for. And so, and then one of the other things that we like people to do is to get educated. We pride ourselves in giving people education, and not just giving you education, but giving you information so you can go and research it for yourself. And because we really encourage people to research. Do research. We have to start doing that. Okay, we just can't take people's word for anything anymore. All right, we need to do research for ourselves, because the more research that you do and the more that you learn, the better that you will understand what's going on, and then you can show it to someone else. All right, and I've always said that the best way to learn something is to teach somebody else. Because if you're going to teach somebody else, that means you have to learn it yourself. And so down here on Video Row on the 14 Eagles community site, we encourage you to go through these videos, all right? Because these videos will give you a good perspective on information that you need to know and go and research, all right? Because information is going to be key. All right? As you get information, we encourage you to research that information and make sure that that information resonates with you, right? And gives you some type of discernment about what you need to know and how you need to go about doing what you need to do. Right? Because I'm telling you, the mainstream media is not a good source of information sometimes. It's a place where a lot of times they try to create a narrative to steer us where they want us to go. And we can't fall for that anymore. We just can't do that. So that's why we have to start doing our own research and not just relying on the mainstream media anymore. Now, the other thing about 14 Eagles is that we encourage businesses to get involved in 14 Eagles. And so we allow businesses to advertise right on our site, because we want businesses to come and advertise to the community as they build the community as well. And so it's a double benefit for businesses to be a part of the community and advertise to the community. And so we have a way for you to do that. So we encourage businesses to come along and get involved in the community and advertise to the community, because there is no community without businesses. Everybody has to have some type of business in your community so you can get whatever goods and services that you need. And so that's what we want to do here in our virtual community as well. Now, because we've had a lot of disruptions in this call tonight with the technology and whatnot, we're going to go to the next phase of this call real quick, because we have a very important project that we're administering, that we just came up with. And I want to bring up one of the gentlemen that helped to set up this project. This is a very, very powerful project. They have really put this thing together. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can work this out here real quick. Wow. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see if we can do this. Okay, Dwayne, are you open?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. Good. Phew.
I lost the screen.
I was hoping I could do that. Okay, now, what I want to do is I want to bring up Dwayne Ferguson. He's one of the guys who helped put together the project that we're doing for the college students, to our kids in college. You know, it's too many times and too many years that people have gone through college and came out of college with a load of debt. Okay, before they can even start their lives, they're in debt. They haven't even got their first job yet, and they're in debt. And so we got to stop that trend. And so at 14 Eagles, we're committed to stopping that trend. We're going to change that trend. We want our kids to come out of college debt-free and get a great start on life. And so, Dwayne, I'd like for you to come out and let us know about the project and how people can get involved. And I'm going to bring up the splash page real quick so everybody can see it.
Okay, cool. Greetings, everybody. Hopefully you all had yourself a very productive day being inside, wherever you may have been. We're working very aggressively to get everything set up so that you all will have great tools to actually use to get the information out, to start to penetrate the market, letting folks know what their options are. As Brian has just mentioned, college has actually put us in a very peculiar situation during the 3 or 4 or 5 or however many years you spend time in college, whether you graduate or not. But unless you happen to be one of the fortunate few that happen to have a full ride scholarship, and or your parents just happen to be well off, you're accumulating some debt. And it's not a good situation when someone is graduating and coming out of college after that time period, and whether they get a job or not, they now have a nice big fat debt that's sitting there. It's not a good start, and if you think about it, it's not very, very smart. I mean, I understand, yeah, you want to get there, but we want to give an option there. And it's really, it's old, it's been played out, and people still doing it, and people suffer from it. So we offer a solution here because we have an ideal opportunity, this platform, because it's just so little in terms of one just getting plugged in. As you can see, we actually have a splash page right now that you can see. If you go to that splash page, you can access, Brian, if you can scroll down a bit. Thanks. You'll see the YouTube video. I'm asking everybody to go to YouTube. If you look over inside the chat area, you'll see where it says the name of the video, which is How to Pay Off Student Loans Before Graduation. So if you put that inside your search engine on YouTube, you'll be able to access this, and you'll see this particular video. It's only 3 minutes and 28 seconds, something like that. We're asking you to, number one, view it, check it out, turn it up, enjoy it. Secondly, like to get your likes, click the likes, and also hit subscribe. Also leave a comment. Please leave all that in there, because we do want to get this up so we can bolster this and get it up so everybody can actually see the value of it. But it's very, very nicely laid out, and you all can use it. You can take it, you can send it off to your friends, your family, And so give them an opportunity to actually see it. If you happen to come to this splash page that you see here, feel free to look over it, read through it. But do not, and especially if you're new, if you're someone else's referral, do not fill out the information, okay, because we're getting ready to start a campaign. For those of you who would like to have a lead capture page, you can get that through our partner, which is Acquisition Alliance. They'll have one that they can do for you. May not be as cute as mine, but might be just as nice. But nonetheless, you'll be able to get one with your name on it, and that'll drive them or draw them directly to you, and that way you can handle their business and take care of their matters to get them plugged in, getting them started. Okay, so this is a private one that we're testing out right now. So you feel free to go here, but do not put your information in. Just leave that blank, okay, because we want to keep that clean so anybody that's coming in as we're doing the campaign will see exactly what's coming in, what's working, what's not. Secondly, we also have a Facebook page that's been set up. We just finished that setting. We have some things we're going to tweak. But the name of that Facebook page, which is also over in the chat area, is Nationwide Student Loan Debt-Free Project. Okay, so we'd like you to go there, click on subscribe, hit the like button, join on, and post a comment if you like. Leave a comment or place a post on there. Again, you can use that. You can invite others to that particular page, especially if you know anybody who happens to be or was in school, but still school age and getting ready to go to college or have already come out. Because I'm finding that many people have already passed 50 and still paying student loans. Okay? And the millennials are really going to catch it, they're in the process of catching it because it's just so high. And I was reflecting back when I was in college, the most I've ever spent during a semester for my tuition I think it was about maybe $800 or $900. I mean, that's way back. But when I came out, I still had about 7 or 8 years per each month paying on my debt. Now, just that little bit of money, it still cost me a whole bunch of money. And they made a lot on me. They made a whole lot. So if with that little bit of money there being charged and having to incur the interest that's on there, and I had to pay that, really not knowing, not understanding this whole process, and I was able to manage and pay it. But if this was offered to me where I could only pay $6 one time, and then get my friends to do the exact same thing, and then get their friends, and we just grow this thing not only across the campus, but across the city, across the state, and other campuses and rival schools and friend schools or whatever, from coast to coast, from east to west, south, north to south. Oh yeah, I only had $6 to actually lose to that, or to contribute. I didn't have to throw it away, put it to use. So again, I challenge you all to utilize this material, but I'm inviting you all, and we definitely want to get feedback on the video. So please take the time to do so this evening. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find use of it. And again, leave a comment, hit the like button, do subscribe, and we go from there. Brian, you have anything else?
Yeah. Now, Dwayne, let me ask you something. Now, if people get involved with the campaign and they send this information out, now how does these college students get involved in using this campaign? If we're campaigning to the college students, how do they get involved? And
if they have a particular college student that they personally know, essentially what's going to happen is that each individual is going to have to take on an independent stance in this. So you want to get with your community leader in 14 Eagles and say, hey, we'd like to get a campaign going as well. I have nephews, children, what have you, siblings, next door neighbors, people I know that are in college that can benefit from this. Number one, you do want to get your Acquisition Alliance alignment so that you can get your splash page, your lead capture page set up as well. So when you send that information to them, then they themselves can now view it. You can have it set up to where the video is going to be placed in there. We're actually making arrangements so the video will be in there, so you'll have that in there. And when they fill that information in, they'll capture their information. You'll just get back with that particular student or those individuals. Doesn't have to just be students. And again, we're not limited to just college students. Anybody have any kind of debt, anything they want to pay off, or build up capital for emergency purposes or what have you, they can use that. But you'll get back with them and find out what they like most about what they saw and they heard. Of course, they're going to have questions. And then you can also send them the 14 Eagles Den website. From there, they will go in and watch how 14 Eagles actually works, so they can see the process. Once they have that, answer their questions, and then from that point on, you give them your username so they can now go on and go ahead and get signed up. And of course, we got the videos inside the YouTube to direct them on how to get through that. You may want to kind of walk through the process with them, but at the same time, give them the video so they can see that as well. The videos are very, very well done, and that no one should ever get lost in that. It's about 5 or 7 minutes long, but take the time to go through it. Once you go through it once or twice, it's pretty much easy from that point on. But yeah, to get your information out, whatever it means, you can get your own flyer. You can design your own flyer. You can just take that you see on the page on the site, replicate that flyer, and put your information, contact information, and circulate it out whenever the students go back. Right now, they're at home. So you got to find other creative ways of getting your information out to them and or people who actually have students or situations of still being in debt with the student loans. Did that help any, Brian?
Yeah, that's great, man. And yeah, you know, we got to really reach out to the students because get them involved. You know, the millenniums right now, they the most socially active online on these social platforms than anybody, and so they really know how to maneuver online. And so this would be perfect for them to be able to work with one another and to raise funds to pay off their college debt and to get them through college. All right, so you know, we really want to get this out to them and let them network with one another within our community. And I also like to give a shout out to Carolyn McTush because she has done a fantastic job of putting this this platform together for this project and also with the video. So she does a fantastic job. She does really, really good stuff. And,
absolutely. There was no way we could have successfully pulled that off. I could not have pulled that off without her.
Exactly.
So we really worked hard.
Shout out to her. Yeah, definitely. All right, so great job, Dwayne. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Want everybody to, you know, take heed to this. Get involved. If you want to get involved with the project, send us an email at controltower@14eaglesden.com. That's controltower@14eaglesden.com. Okay, and then that way we'll get you in contact with Dwayne, and he can set you up and make sure you're going in the right direction with the project. All right. Now, one thing I want to go over real quick, real brief, before we end the call, with the things that are going on right now today, with this coronavirus pandemic that is called, that's been bombarding us on the news every day, all day. I just want to bring to people's attention. Now, first of all, we want you to be safe. Utilize the social distancing that they're putting out. We want to make sure that you, if you feel sick, call your doctor and make sure you get tested. Make sure you do everything that you can to keep yourself healthy and safe, first of all. and most of all, okay? Because the virus is real, okay? This is a real virus. People get sick from this virus, and people die from this virus. No question about that, okay? Now, but the thing that I want you to realize is that we get our information mostly from the mainstream media, okay? On the big networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and some of the other cable channels. And then you have CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News, and all of these other news channels. And so what I'm saying here to you is that we have to be ever so vigilant as to be able to discern for ourselves what's right and what's not. Okay? We got some background noise. If you just came on, try to mute yourself out if you can. And so we want people to be vigilant and making sure that you just don't take anybody's word for what's going on today. Right? Because they are bombarding us on the news, on TV, with the pandemic, the corona pandemic. I mean, every 5 minutes, you're being hit with the word coronavirus pandemic. Coronavirus pandemic. That's almost the prevailing theme right now. And quite naturally, the more you hear coronavirus pandemic, and the more you see the numbers going up, the people getting it, and the people dying from it, whether it be in your city, in your state, or in the country, or around the world, they making sure that they keep that in your face at all times. And that's a tactic. That's not news. That's a tactic. And we have to understand that. There's a war going on, okay? And there's a war going on between the elites. Somebody is not muted. If you can, mute your background, mute your line if you can. There's a war going on amongst the elites, and we're in the middle of it, okay? And so the war is not against the virus. The war is not against the virus. The war is against the elites who are battling one another for control. And we're in the middle of it. And so we have to be ever so vigilant to educate ourselves about what's going on and not take their word for what's going on. All right? And even what you hear from 14 Eagles, information that you get from 14 Eagles, don't take 14 Eagles information for granted either. Okay? Any information that you get from 14 Eagles, we want you to go and research it for yourself. You owe it to yourself to find out what's going on, not what just somebody tells you. Now, one thing that I wanted to point out to you, and I just want to point this out just to give you some perspective, if this will come up. All right, let's see. Just to put some things in perspective real quick, because right now, everybody's in fear. They're pushing fear. And the one way to control people is through fear. And as long as they have you afraid, then you'll do anything that they say. Anything that they instruct you to do, you will do it. And I hope this page comes up. And we apologize for all the technical issues. I don't know, my internet was down earlier. Okay, and I've been messing with it all day. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now what I want to do is just put some things in perspective for you real quick. Now, this is some data that came, and you can go to this site, www.worldometers.info. Worldometers, meters with an S, .info. And you can look them up. And they have all kinds of statistics on their site. From statistics all around the world about everything. It's almost like the debt clock that we showed last week. And in this information that they put together, these are worldwide deaths from January 1st to March 25th, 2020. Okay? So now, the very first one here is the deaths by coronavirus. And the total from January 1st to March 25th, 2020 was 21,297 deaths. And if you have anybody that you know of that have died from the coronavirus that's out right now, my heart goes out to you, okay? And anybody that is sick, we wish them well. We hope they get well. And we don't want anybody contracting this virus. Trust me. But worldwide, in the world, there's 21,297 people that have died from coronavirus. Now, the coronavirus, they're calling a pandemic. Okay? A pandemic. And that's like the worst that it can be. This is like, as you can see, everything is shut down because of a pandemic. Now, deaths by the seasonal flu, just a regular flu, from January 1st to March 25th, 2020, is 113,034 people. Just from the seasonal flu in the same time period. But nobody's calling a pandemic on the seasonal flu. Malaria around the world is 228,095 deaths from malaria. There's no pandemic on malaria. Suicides around the world from January 1st to March 25th, 2020. 249,904 deaths from suicides. Haven't heard any pandemic about suicides. Traffic fatalities. 313,903 deaths from just traffic fatalities. HIV and AIDS. 390,908 deaths from AIDS from January 1st, just from January 1st to March 25th, 2020. Alcohol, 581,599 deaths from alcohol. I haven't heard any pandemic about alcohol. Smoking. Now check this out. Smoking. 1,162,481 deaths around the world from January 1st to March 25th, 2020 from smoking. I haven't heard any smoking pandemic yet. Cancer. 1,909,804 deaths from cancer worldwide from January 1st to March 25th, 2020. Where's the cancer pandemic? Hunger. 2,382,324 deaths from hunger around the world. Just from January to March 25th. No pandemic. abortion. 9,913,702 abortions just from January to March 25th, 2020. So understand, we are bombarded about the coronavirus, but we got people dying every day in droves from other things, and there's no pandemic about that. You have to understand, there's an agenda being pushed here, and it ain't all about coronavirus. So we need to do our research. We need to find out what's going on, all right? And we need to come together ever so vigilantly to take care of ourselves. Because, see, understand, the powers that be or should not be are not trying to really take care of us. They're trying to steer us in whatever direction they want us to go. And so we need to get ourselves together and make sure that we take care of ourselves and stop depending on them. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I want you to go and research this for yourself. You can go to the source of this information, www.worldometers.info. We need to find out what's going on, because it's not what they're telling us on TV. Trust me. The whole world is being shut down because of a coronavirus that's killing 21,000 people in 3 months. No. I can't go for that. All right? So, let's do our research, y'all. Let's get together. Anything that you find, let us know. All right? Let us know. Make sure that if you're not getting our emails, make sure that you either send us an email at controltower@14eaglesden.com so we can put you in our email database so you can start getting our email updates, so you can get our videos of the week. You can also go on our page on the website, and you can go down to newsletter and fill out the newsletter info, and that will also get you onto our email database. All right? We're going to try to keep you informed as much as possible. Any information that you have, email it to us so we can get it out to the community, because we have to educate ourselves. They're not going to do it for us. Okay? So with that in mind, Greg, you want to close us out real quick? Is he there?
Let me see if I can get open here. Hold on here.
Yeah, you open. I can hear you. I can hear
I'm open? Okay, great.
Yeah, you open.
Brian, I'm so glad you did speak about the coronavirus, because, you know, I was thinking about that today too. And I want people to understand that, you know, like Brian was saying, you hear a lot of negative stuff, but there's a lot of positive stuff going out there too, you know, and because, like Brian always says, our consciousness is starting to rise. I don't care what religion you believe in, or, you know, what spirituality that you hold fast to. But if you look on the internet, and, you know, people were sitting like, you know, even at jokes about the coronavirus and stuff like that there. You know, when you do that kind of stuff, you heal each other. You know, and it's very, very important to understand that, because, you know, together we can get through this, and we have to do that by, you know, being there for each other, sending out prayers, you know, even like I said, jokes, you know, laughter is the best medicine, you know, and we want people to understand that, you know, when you come to 14 Eagles, you have a place where you can share that kind of information, because I can guarantee you, no one on this call tonight has heard the information Brian just put out about the deaths that's going on with the coronavirus and everything else, you know, and, you know, it's kind of hard to say, but, you know, it's a very small number when you look at the other things that are actually going on in the world. world. And like Brian said, we don't want you to be in a state of fear, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to stop you. This is a war going on. Like Brian said, it's not the war about coronavirus. It's a much more bigger war for your soul and your mind and your consciousness. And that's why we put the 14 Eagles platform together, to make people realize that, you have a place to come to get your questions answered, look at also some alternative information, and you make your mind up yourself. We just put the information out there. We want you to do your own research. We want you to assimilate it for yourself, and you come up with what you feel in your heart is the best for you and your family. So with that being said, I just want to thank everybody again for coming to the call. Brian, I know around this time we usually turn off the recorded call, but we want people to realize that if you had somebody that you asked them to show up to the call tonight and they couldn't show up, let them know that these calls are being recorded. We'd like to leave no stone left unturned, okay? Because we want to make sure this information gets out. Brian, I hope we can shut off the recording now, and let's see if we can go back to our
hold on 1 second before we do that.
The tradition that you started.
Yeah, before we do that, let's do this real quick. I've got a Freddie Lee. Freddie Lee, I'm gonna open up you, Freddie Lee. I'm gonna open up your mic if possible. Let me see if we can do that. Freddie Lee, is that you, Freddie Lee? How you doing? How you doing, Freddie?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right. Hey, look, Freddie. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to do. Do you see the screen right now? Are you on the computer?
Yeah,
Are you on the phone? Oh, you're on the phone? Okay. Okay. Well, this is what I want you to do, if you can, possibly. I want you to take this email down. Control Tower at
14eagles.com.
14eaglesden.com.
14eaglesden. Okay.
Okay. And what I want you to do is I want you to send 14 Eagles an email, and in the subject I want you to put webinar gift. Webinar gift. So that's at Control Tower at 14eaglesden.com. And in the subject, I want you to put webinar gift. Okay?
Webinar gift, got you.
Okay, and do you have a Cash App?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I want you to put your name and your Cash App ID in the body of the email. And 14 Eagles is going to send you a gift. Because you could have been anywhere else tonight, and you decided to come to the 14 Eagles webinar. And with all the issues and technical issues we had tonight, you had to sit through all of that. So what we want to do is give you a gift tonight, okay, for showing up and being there, being part of the community. We appreciate you, man, for coming. And I hope that you take the gift and accept what we give you, and then you go out and you bless somebody else. Can you do that?
Well, thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. And I also want to give a shout-out to Shalita Mosley, who invited me to the call.
Excellent.
And
Excellent.
I thank you very much. Awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, and thank Shalita as well. Thank you. All right. So, okay. Excellent. Excellent. We apologize for all the technical difficulties that we had, everybody, and hopefully the next Thursday we'll have this a little bit more organized today, and hopefully technology will be kind to us next week. Hold on a second, and let's do this if I can. I don't even know if I can. Greg, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you Oh, never mind. I got it. I found it.